All right, we are ready to go with you guys, and this is the kickoff of maybe the most exciting weekend ever because not only is it the open of college football, which takes place in roughly 3 hours, we're getting 5 straight days, maybe 6, where not a cloud in the sky. You're getting elite weather. Some of you are getting a day off, and you're getting football.
It's like a no-hitter.
I know.
You don't
Just
talk
excited. I'm so excited. And then next week, your Detroit Lions play in the biggest game in the United States of America. And people, that's where we begin. I was thinking about something as I had the unfortunate pleasure of sitting with Jim Costa this morning, taping Cash the Ticket Week 1, Part 2.
You love Jimmy.
I do, but when he starts getting super passionate and over-enunciating about South Alabama and Tulane, it just becomes a little much.
You created that moment.
I know, it's terrible. Call that number. The point is, we had an idea on something, and I think it is something I want to run by Rico, and I want to run by you, the listening public. All this week, what has been the flashpoint of conversation on our station, Rico? Regarding the Lions.
Kicker.
Mm-hmm. And I got to thinking, using my little Sparty brain. Bad teams don't worry about their kicker. In a roundabout way, at least in my demented mind, maybe whether it's the hosts, whether it's listeners, the public at large, our listener base, just freaking out about the Lions maybe trading for a kicker. Riley Patterson, need a kicker. People, is it, even if it's a subconscious thing, aren't you saying the Lions are a really good football team? Aren't you saying that, look, Rico's team, Super Bowl caliber team, there's a concern about the kicker because Jake Moody's hurt, and you don't have Robbie Gould, who has been money in the bank. The Ravens are a good team. If Justin Tucker got hurt, there'd be panic. The Kansas City Chiefs, Harrison Butker, whatever, you can go down the list. The Lions, are you trying to tell me you finally believe what I believe? This is a really good football team. And we are concerned, if you will, in living in privilege. We have the privilege of being worried about our kicking situation. What do you think about that? Because that's what I think.
See, you're going to make me be the bad guy here.
I did no such thing.
I don't think it's a sign that you're good. I think what it is, it's a sign that you know that you're competitive, that every point counts, and that you're going to need that in this division to make sure that you make the playoffs. You got so close to the playoffs last year, you could almost taste it, but you didn't get that final. You didn't get invited to the big boy table. You didn't. You helped cook the meal, you helped grocery shop, but when it was time for dinner, they sent you outside. You know, now you look back, Mike, at all the games you could have won and said, well, you know what? If we had this kicker, if we made this play, if we did this, we did that. That's why I think kicking is such a concern. You're right. Bad teams don't care because Arizona doesn't care who their kicker is. They're going to lose anyway. I think the upper echelon teams, they don't care. The Bengals don't care. The kicker, they went out and got a rookie kicker 2 years ago. Bengals going to outscore you.
Whoa.
Chiefs going to outscore you.
They drafted that young man in like the 4th round.
I'm saying. But
McPherson.
The best teams don't care because they're going to outscore you. For the Niners, it is a concern because you don't know if Brock Purdy is going to continue doing what he's doing.
Hold on. Whoa. Hey now. Sorry. Oh my.
If you disagree, Mike, just say I disagree.
A little feedback bomb there. Sorry.
I'm not used to that in the studio.
Can somebody turn up my treble?
No, and I want to throw the number out, 248-539-9797. I view the Bengals drafting a kicker as it is important. I view the Niners. Look, the Niners could have gone a million ways with that pick. Jake Moody's a beast.
Right.
They used a 3rd-round pick on a kicker.
Right.
It's important. I view it that people being worried suggest the Lions are at the point of arrival. And look, if that means...
No, I think we're saying the same thing. I think they realize you want to be competitive, you got to score every point. And that means You got to kick some field goals sometimes. It ain't all going to be touchdowns to J-Mo.
Kenny, where are you? I mean, that's Lions guy right there.
Where I'm at is when we were a bad team, when we were this 3-win atrocious team, we had 11 different holes to fill in every which way possible. This is a good sign. If we're that worried about not having a kicker, Rico, you can laugh all you want if you want to be a hater. That's fine.
No, I'm not being a hater. For all those years, the Lions actually had a pretty good kicker.
That is
That's the irony. That's what I was thinking.
Fantastic irony. We had Jason Hansen, who actually never had a big moment in his entire career, which I'd like to point out at this moment. But I love Jason. He's a great kicker, but what signature kick does he have? What big moment did he excel in?
So it was just kind of ironic.
That's not where I wanted to go with this. We have a million holes to fill when we had Jason Hansen or others as our kicker. This means you're a good team. If this is the biggest thing on the grocery list, it's a kicker.
You know, it's interesting he says it that way. I mean, right now, the other day, you said kicker over wide receiver.
Correct.
This is the biggest thing on the list. If we could make one thing change without being unrealistic.
Because they took away the need for the backup QB. They went out and got Teddy Two Gloves. So, yeah, now it's kicker.
David, your thoughts on this? You live a privileged life with the Steelers.
A privileged life.
Is this a roundabout way of admitting the Lions are a really good team? That we are hand-wringing. I think we've reached hand-wringing phase about the kicker.
Yeah, if you put it the way you just said it, meaning this is the only thing to worry about. This is the last thing to worry about. I mean, I get it. The receiver room may not be what you want, but okay, you're fine with it. I guess if kicker's the only thing you're worried about, then yeah, I guess fans are saying that the team is good. I think the team is good.
How about this? Another way of looking at it. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm not hoping to win in Kansas City next Thursday. I'm expecting to win. And the reason I say it is any team that I think is capable of winning their division and capable of making a run to Championship Sunday in the NFC, you're damn right that you go on the road no matter who you're playing. Bengals, Chiefs, Eagles, I expect to win. If you want the flowers from the media, you want people to say the Lions are good, you want to be on national TV, I expect to win. I don't hope the kids have fun next Thursday. Now, I'm not going to be angry if they play well and lose a really hard-fought game. That's not anger. Mm-hmm. But I'm also not going to be happy. I'd be disappointed. I expect to win. That's me saying I think they're a really good football team.
Yeah, that's just you. Because I don't expect them to win that game. I want the game to be fun. I want it to be competitive. They can go in there and steal it because that's how I would see it. You're stealing that game on the road. That's the Kansas City Chiefs, okay? That's not just some also-ran team. I don't expect them to go into Kansas City and win. There's a lot of places where, yeah, you go on the road, yeah, you should win this game. If you're going to win a division, you win that. Kansas City's a tall task. I won't be. I just hope you don't get blown out. That's the barometer for me.
All right, and I think that's the difference, is you don't think they're as good as I do. And that's fine. I just look, okay, Michigan
expecting
State.
To win at Kansas City.
There's only one game on State's schedule I will go in knowing they can't win, and it's just pure pray to God it's Ohio State. Oh, but what about Michigan? What about it? They're in Spartan Stadium. Your job in a rivalry game, rise up and beat somebody.
And I guess I look at Kansas City as this is their night, this is their party,
and it's why
you're trying to crash it.
Exactly, and I think opening night's the night to do it. That's the one
Everybody's
night
just drunk.
Uh-huh. Everyone's getting the flowers. They're doing the ceremony. They're handing rings out. The whole world thinks you're going to lose.
Jackson Mahomes doing his dance. Oh, yeah.
Like I said, it doesn't mean you win every game. But from an approach, yeah, I expect to win. And again, maybe I'm crazy. MSU might not be that good. I expect to win.
Mike, it's not crazy. It's your opinion. I don't share that opinion, but you make a valid point. But no, I don't expect it. If they walked in there and they stole that game, which I think they would be a theft.
You would announce that you are truly.
I've already said that if the Lions win in Kansas City, I don't know about you, but that Friday, you could call and say Super Bowl and you won't get hung up on.
That's correct.
I will let you believe because you've just knocked off the defending Super Bowl champs.
100%.
Go right ahead.
And that's my thing. A week from that game, people are clutching their pearls because the kicker they have is 30 for 35 last year in the league. They're worried about kicker. And a week from tonight, we're going to play that game. And I think a lot of people will be afraid to call, and that's okay. But I expect to win that game, and I think what's on the line is point of arrival. Think about the last time a local team won a game that big. Like, I'm not putting you on the spot to even produce an answer.
Professional team?
Yeah. I don't think you can come up with one, and that's not a shot. So, yeah, there's that much on the line next Thursday to where people deserve a moment here. And I just feel like I'm going in going, yes, I'll take the 6.5 points, but I expect to win.
See, for me, one of the reasons why I'm concerned about the kicker is near the end of the season, one of the things that I thought helped change the Lions' course, that they started winning, Goff stopped throwing interceptions. Dan Campbell stopped going for it as much. If he doesn't have faith in his kicker, Mike, you know what that means.
We're going for it.
Right. That means he's going to and when he was going for it all the time, it was fun for the fans, but you were losing games. I want to take that off the table. You got a kicker. Go out there, kick the 3 points. Let's move on.
248-539-9797. Kenny, you were about to say something, and then you disgustedly said no. What's going on?
No, it was funny, though, because you said you expect the Lions to win against Kansas City, and then when Rico said, oh, well, you won't be hung up on for Super Bowl calls, by transitive property, you're saying that you expect the Lions to be a Super Bowl caliber team.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
When I say they're the third best team in the East behind Rico's Niners and the Philadelphia Eagles, that's a Super Bowl caliber team.
I just wanted to clear that up because
I stand by it. Yes, I think they're better than the Seattle Seahawks.
That's a big opinion.
They're better than the Dallas Cowboys. That's fine.
No, because that's the game. Everybody's looking forward to the Chiefs. I'm looking forward to week 2. That's going to let me know, did you learn your lesson from last year? Can you go out? Because that was the team that kept you out the playoffs, and they took your spot.
David, you're laughing. What's going on?
I'm laughing because in my head, I'm jokingly saying, Rico, don't push the season along. Can we get to week 1 and then week 2? Let's just go slowly here, all right?
We're previewing week 7.
Just having fun with it. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But I've said that all off season where call me a bad person. What you do at Kansas City, I'm not going to judge you unless you get blown out by 30. It's what happens the next week. Because if you beat Kansas City, you can't lose to Seattle. If you lose to Kansas City, you can't let one game beat you twice. You got to beat Seattle in week 2. It's a must. Go for it.
David.
If the Lions win in KC, I will be in the house against Seattle in week 2. Eric at work. Someone says Super Bowl hangover equals Lions players will be a lot motivated. Lots more to prove. Chauncey, you know he's going to be talking that talk.
Oh, Lions will be moving the community. I just don't see a purpose in being scared about it or doubting them or just go in. Expect to win. What the hell? Flip the coin. Let's play.
Now, this person is speaking my language about this game. Expected to win in Kansas City is crazy, even without Chris Jones, but Lions offense will take a half just to get going.
Okay, hold on. So just so I'm clear, because I'm stupid. I think they're one of the 3 best teams in the NFC. Kansas City's missing the heartbeat of their defense, where analytically and statistically, their defense is bottom 10 without Chris Jones and top 10 with him.
Right.
On opening night, where it is very easy to have a Super Bowl hangover, and it's crazy that I expect to win. Let me give you an example. Okay, you're going to say I'm crazy. When MSU plays Washington in a couple of weeks, I expect to win that game.
Are you crazy?
Now, they might not do that, and I reserve the right to be upset about it. But I don't go in, oh, God help us, how are we going to compete with... Come on.
See, the texter brought up a great point. I do think it's going to take them a little bit of time because they didn't play at all in the preseason. They played in practice, Mike, but practice is not the same game speed. You know, Goff didn't have somebody trying to make the team, trying to knock him out the game. It's going to take a little bit of time. I don't think they hit the ground running in Kansas City, and that could be detrimental.
7-0 Lions. 11:48 left in the first quarter. Quick strike.